Pretty breaking badass shit.
Yeah, it's shit, all right.
Flush after listening. You'll know what it is in 1 second. It's going to take over in a second. There we go. There it is. Flush after listening. Live from New... Well, we're not really fucking live. I don't know why I said that, but... coming to you from the land of enchantment and the land of... I guess good and plenty. I don't know what the fuck you want to call New Jersey. Call it whatever the fuck you want to. I really don't give a shit. Call it something, but just don't call it late to dinner. You know what that was, don't you? That was Breaking Bad.
Oh, no, I didn't recognize it. I don't pay attention to music. A music aficionado.
Because I've been watching it again. You know, again, we talked about this, but people, I guess, don't... Hold on a second. Let me adjust my mic for a clearer Dave. People don't understand the propensity, what happens. How people can go from good to bad that fast, Dennis. It's very simple. It's very easy. You and I discussed this.
Yeah, we did.
It's simple to go from good to bad. He was pushed too far, like the Joker, like Walter White. Well, we're talking about Walter White. And everybody gets their balls in a vice about... I was going to say symbolizing. I don't mean symbolizing. Glamorizing a meth dealer. That's a great concept.
It was actually glamorizing the struggles of a man trying to raise a family, a boy who was crippled on a teacher's salary with cancer, no money to pay the fucking bills.
Exactly.
You know, it was an internal struggle. And what happened is the demon took over us all. He finally says, shit on this. I can make money. I can pay my bills. I can raise my family. And screw all you little goody two-shoes out there.
Fuck every one of you. Fuck you. I'll do what I have to do. I don't care if it's good or bad or indifferent.
The only difference is he didn't go out and rob banks. He could have went and robbed banks.
6 in one hand, half a dozen in the other.
He just wouldn't made as much money.
Well, people want to say that...
And he would have had Hank right up his ass after the first bank robbery.
Walter White is just a symbol of what most people feel, you know? In America nowadays, and even a couple years ago when it was filmed, as you eloquently said... It was a struggle about a man trying to survive in nowadays society. Fuck you. I can't make my bills. I can't fucking pay. I work 40 hours a week or 50 hours a week or 60 hours a week. I can't make it. Here comes an opportunity to make some heavy cash real fast. Got to do something quote unquote illegal. There you go. Is it really wrong? I don't think so.
Well, he put his chemical knowledge to work.
Yeah, because it wasn't...
perfected the best product around.
Well, because it wasn't working for him to put his chemical knowledge, as you say, quote unquote, to teaching a bunch of fucking no good, unconcerned asshole pimple-faced twats and making 35 or 40 grand a year. Why not do that and make 35, 40 grand a night? Cooking up meth.
I mean, and face it, he made so much money, he had to go buy a business to launder it.
That's right. I forgot about that. Actually, he bought the car wash, didn't he?
Yep.
Where the guy with the big eyebrows.
Saul helped him with that.
Saul.
the attorney with half a dozen burner phones in his drawer.
Well, that's probably representative of a lot of attorneys. But the point is, we'll get off on a tangent about this because we like the show. And if you don't like the show, then fuck you. And if you don't like the fact that it glamorizes a meth dealer, fuck you too. But I think the best thing about the show, as Dennis said, is it really isn't about dealing meth. It really isn't about doing anything illegal. It's about trying to get by in a society that doesn't give a fuck about you. So you know what? If they don't give a fuck about you, then you shouldn't give a fuck about them. Eye for an eye, Dennis. And a tooth for a tooth.
Getting biblical on us now.
Well, I just pulled it out of my ass. I mean, it was sitting right there in the recesses of my brain, so I figured I'd just throw it out there. But it's all the same. We have the Joker out now with Walking Phoenix. Walking Phoenix. Another thing I don't think I'm going to like, but they're saying it's disturbing. It's very disturbing.
They did that. It's just propaganda to get you to go see the show.
People have told me it's disturbing.
It's media hype.
No, people I know have said it. They said it's disturbing. What's disturbing about it is that a person can actually be so fucked up in the head that they actually snap. That's not disturbing. That's reality. If you push somebody...
You have a bunch of liberal friends.
Now, if you push somebody too far...
They hear a swear word and they need a safe room. With their cuddly bear and their pacifier.
And their Sweezel sticks up their ass. Or whatever the fuck they're called.
Oh, speaking of up your ass, they are now putting tampon dispensers in the boys' restrooms in schools.
What?
Well, that's in case your boyfriend rips you a really new one, and you got to have something to stop the bleeding.
Are you fucking kidding me?
No, it's in the news.
That might be because of these Transformers. Maybe because of Transformers. I don't know. Who the fuck? What kind of news are you listening to? I mean, like, where they're sticking tampons in the fucking boys' bathroom. Come on.
Well, next thing you know, though, I mean, of course, they really should have. I think it's a good idea to put condoms in the girls' bathroom.
Well, that is a good idea. I mean, that's all kidding aside. That would be a good idea nowadays with the way kids do shit. I mean, it wouldn't be bad for them to do that. At least it would keep the kids from getting themselves involved in pregnancy and all that other kind of happy horse shit.
And the younger girls that really don't know what they are could buy one, put it over their head, and walk around school like a prick.
Like they are a prick anyway. Yeah, I mean, I think that's a good idea. I think it's a great idea to have... well, maybe I'm not being politically correct by saying that, and I really don't give a fuck, but at least it would cut out the...
cut out the middleman.
Yeah. Well, it's no worse than my health teacher using a banana to show us how to put it on a condom on your cock. I mean, that was 1980 something. So it doesn't really matter. I mean, if there's condoms in the bathroom, there's tampons.
Did she then, when she got done with that, did she peel it and then show how to give blowjobs?
She was hot enough where we probably would have liked that. She was a short little hot blonde. Wouldn't have been a bad thing. But yeah, these crybaby fucks. I mean, you're right about the swear words. I mean, like, you know, people get mad now when you do this. And for people not seeing us, give you the middle finger. They're considered that is a violation now, to give somebody the fucking middle finger. There was a time when the middle finger came up all day long. Do you remember when you can give somebody the middle finger? You can tell somebody to go fuck himself. Do you remember when you could be in a work environment and call a woman honey or baby or...
Well, I remember when your index finger and your little finger was up like this, that was telling somebody to go to hell.
Oh, that's the Italian Malorts. That's like the whammy, if they pointed at you. The horns. Those days are over. You couldn't even joke around and smack a woman on the ass in a workplace anymore, much less anywheres. You can't say baby. You can't say hey.
Yeah, you can't say hun or honey.
No, nothing.
You know.
What do you say? I mean, what do you say?
You can't say anything
Can't
other
say
than
nothing.
hello, and you got to be damn careful about that.
And you probably have to call them by their name. Hello, Lisa. Hey, Lisa. I mean, people used to get away with all kinds of shit.
I knew a guy that was 84, 85, mid-80s. Could have been 86. Had a job as a security officer at a front desk. All he did was check IDs when they held it up, and he'd wave them on through.
Mm-hmm.
Saw this same group of gals come in every morning at the same time, and one day he looked at the one and says, that's really a nice dress you're wearing.
Oh boy.
She filed a complaint, got him fired.
Oh boy. Hey, that reminds me.
Sexual harassment.
That reminds me of something. What did the blind man say when he passed the fish market?
I have no idea.
Good morning, ladies.
Oh, I knew it had to be something like that, but I couldn't come up with an
Well, now I'm
answer.
going to get in trouble for that one. I'm going to get in trouble for making fun of the blind and for insulting and inferring the fact that women smell like fish. I'm going to get in trouble all over the place.
Well, I posted a picture of the referees from the Michigan game with white canes and CNI dogs because of the calls they made.
I'll get in trouble for this one, too. What's the most ridiculous joke in the world?
No idea.
Okay, it starts like this. An Irishman leaves the bar. That's the joke. No Irishman leaves the fucking bar. Now I'll be in trouble for that one. I have a Patty O'Brien joke, but I won't say it because it's kind of nasty and it's a little bit nude and rude and crude, so I won't say it. It's like a little Johnny joke, but I won't say it.
Your headphone cord is twisted up so it looks like a little microphone underneath your chin.
That's actually a little black pecker. I like them hanging just below my chin. Makes me feel strong. Gives me a little sign of solidarity and hope. Now I'll get in trouble for that one because I said black pecker. Maybe I should have said like, I'll forget it. I won't say what I was going to say.
Yeah, it's just like, don't call me a cracker. I'm an Anglo saltine.
Cracker. That's another one they kind of done away with. I don't know what. Oh, excuse me, Tim. I'm tired tonight. I don't know what a derogatory term would be for a white person nowadays. Honky is old.
Yep, cracker's old.
Cracker's old.
All they do is just say you're racist. That's all they do now.
Oh, is that how it works? Oh, I don't know.
Yeah. That's a general fills all term.
Fills all holes, just like everything else. I'm having a problem with that whole thing about what you said earlier. I don't know why it's such a problem with cursing. Like, I mean, I could see if you're in a situation where you're in a public place and there's women around, and even that. What do women don't curse? They curse worse than men. But,
I knew a woman that would make most sailors blush.
Yeah, but why is it they always say that too? Sailors. Who says sailors curse that much? Mechanics curse.
Well, they don't. I mean, guys in the Army, they go home after 8 weeks of basic training, and it's like, hey, Mom, pass me the fucking potatoes. It becomes a second language. It just blends in,
I mean, like, if that's how it works, but I always thought it was odd when they said cursing like a sailor. I mean, fucking mechanics curse, carpenters curse, roofers curse.
Well, I think that comes from simply so many ports where there were a lot of sailors, like on the east and the west coast. And East Coast, they hit New York, and it's verb after verb after verb. Same thing on the West Coast.
Fucking, fuck, fuck, fuck.
Of course, it can be an adjective and it can be a noun. And
It's a little bit everything. Fuck. It's my favorite word. I've been accused of using it too much, too often, and in the right and wrong places. And quite honestly, I really don't give a fuck.
well,
I use it
in the
whenever I want.
confession booth, it's really not too cool to use it there.
Well, that's another whole different subject. There's a lot more going on in the confessional booth than me saying the F word. Things that are worse than me saying the F word. On both sides of the screened-in little doohickey. Catholic Church got more problems than me saying the word fuck. Kind of sandbagged right now. They're keeping real low profile. You know, the Catholic Church is kind of like Hillary Clinton and Bill Clinton right now. They're keeping a low profile. They're low pro.
Well,
right
they've
now.
even backed away from using the combined term as like choir boy or altar boy.
Yeah, nothing.
They're using the word assistant now.
Right, it's just everything's got to be low pro right now. I'm telling you, they're like the Clintons. They got to keep a low profile. They're too hot to handle, too cold to hold. Nobody wants to touch that goose egg right now. Until all that shit blows over, and everybody quickly forgets about the little fiddling around nonsense.
Well,
keep a
look
low
how
profile.
quick everybody forgot about Epstein.
Fuck him.
24 hours after he was dead, and his little ring of little girls was no longer talked about.
Dennis, this country has the attention span of a flea's nutsack. They can't remember what the fuck happened the day before. Remember, they were all gonna, not we were, because they're fucking morons. They were all gonna raid Area 51. Now, first of all, there's nothing in Area 51. And if there is, you shouldn't be fucking around there. And what's more is, if you're going into an area with a ton of people and you're gonna raid it, you should get shot or stunned or whatever. But you forget, maybe you remember, people forget how quickly that went away.
Well, a few showed up. Actually, I guess about 1,000 showed up and camped out. But only a few, and we're talking a handful, 5 or 6, actually tried going down the road, and it was not a good deal for them.
No, and it should not be. You don't have any fucking right to go there and storm the place. I mean, first of all,
Well, even if you made it to the fence, you still got 100 miles to go across the damn desert.
I first of all, I just don't know why you would do it. It makes no fucking sense to me. It's been left alone since the 50s. Just ignore what's going on there. If somebody got their balls in a fucking bend and decided they want to go on some fucking stupid social media site and start to rant on about the secrets the government's hiding. The government's been hiding secrets since fucking 1776. You're not going to fucking change that. Stop being a douche.
These brainwashed kids today, the only thing they understand is they're being told they can't go there, and they think they ought to be able to do anything they want.
Quite honestly,
I mean, try sneaking into Camp David when the president is there.
you'll get a fucking red hot poker up your ass. And
If you're lucky, that's all you'll get.
let me tell you something. These kids, what they need nowadays is a good Catholic school nun that's with no holds barred. Send
Yeah,
these kids.
one that's been around for about 50 years, and she has the ruler she carries has scratch marks on it for all the knuckles she's broken.
Yep. And with no limitations of what you can do. That's what these kids need. That nun will crack their ass and fingers so hard, straighten their shit out so fast, they'll fucking forget about Area 51 as quick as a hooker can forget about fucking cock once it's out of her. They'll be straightened out like you wouldn't believe.
A lot of problems started when they took parental authority away from the parents. Of course, that was after they took it away from the parents.
A lot of this happened when they stopped teachers from fucking whacking kids' ass. Corporal punishment.
Yeah, but you can't even do it at home anymore.
Well, that's
Kid
true.
picks up the phone. My dad abused me, and boom, he's in jail.
This is true. But the beginning of it was when they stopped teachers, and I'm sure teachers put their hands on kids injusticelessly. Is that even a fucking word? Without
I don't think so.
Without fair, righteous necessity. But if some kid's mouthing off or flipping his fucking gums or flapping his gums and maybe needs a crack on the arm or a crack on the ass, everybody's going to be mad.
My grandfather used a razor strap until you were too old for that to work, and then he used his fist.
Well, if it works.
And that worked efficiently.
If it's not broken, don't break it. Unless it's somebody's ass who's being a bad kid, then smack and break their ass. I mean, it's that simple. These kids nowadays will never know what it's like to be afraid of a belt.
Well, math class, I think it's either my freshman or sophomore year, and this kid was a local punk. And Mr. Lally asked him for his homework because he hadn't turned it in with everybody else's. And he looked at him and says, "I'll just go to hell." And Mr. Lally got up, walked around. Now, open-handed, he just slapped him, but he slapped him so damn hard he knocked him right out of the seat. And it wasn't only a couple days later he pulled the same stunt with Mr. Probert, who was our phys ed teacher, and he was also one of the coaches. And Mr. Probert grabbed him underneath the shoulders, picked him up, and racked his head up against the wall about 6 times before he let him back down. But he finally began to wise up that if he did what he did at home, he was going to get his ass busted.
They should get their ass busted.
Of course, Mr. Probert got his ass busted when he got caught with the girls' phys ed teacher in the storage room on top of the wrestling mats.
Yeah, poor Mr. Probert. Yeah, well, caught with his pants down.
He was a pretty good teacher overall.
Yeah, but got caught with his pants down, so...
Yeah, he taught social sciences.
Problem with that is social sciences don't involve social relations with the teachers while you're in the middle of fucking school. So social science does not include social relations. You know, Mr. Probert can't be banging the phys ed teacher in the fucking janitor's closet while the janitor's tossing off in the same room. Like a 3-way fucking gangbang going on. That's not going to bode well with the Michigan Board of Education. Well, we had a teacher, Mr. Murtha. He got caught. Hey! This fucking bird. Anyway, we had a teacher who got caught doing the same shit. And same shit happened to him. He got a slap on the wrist and got caught, and then he did it again.
I see you have your little gorilla on the bed.
The little gorilla? Oh, the gorilla. Yeah. I'm more focused on this bird. I have to watch this. There's things that this bird does that I cannot understand. Animals...
You want to get away from the little gorilla that's on your bed.
I'm not worried
under the covers, leaning up against the pillow.
I'm not worried about the little gorilla.
Well, I'm just curious as to why he's there.
It's a fucking childhood toy.
Yeah, even she's laughing about it.
Well, yeah, she's laughing about something else you can't see. And I watch her in amazement. I could describe what she's doing, but it wouldn't be appropriate at the moment. Oh, the gorilla!
You bought that little dildo for?
Oh, the gorilla is. I'm out of focus. I'm sorry. The gorilla is a fuck toy. Is what it is. It's a fuck toy. It's all it is.
Well, that's what I figured. I was just hoping you might admit it.
It's a female fuck toy. I mean, it's a female gorilla. It's a female orangutan, and it's got a big hole in the bottom where you put your hand. So, you know, if in doubt.
I take it must be washable.
It is, but I don't know the last time I washed it, so I mean, it's little napkins, little cleanup. Got hand sanitizer over there. Jeez.
Do you use hand sanitizer on its little hands?
No. He doesn't. He, she, whoever, whatever it is, doesn't use their hands. It's all about me on this conversation. I'm in bold control of the entire situation, Dennis.
Ah, okay.
Just like I'm in any situation with these sexual liaisons. But I have to really sit down one day. I really do, all kidding aside. I have to read about these fucking birds. I don't know if this parrot does unusual things than other birds. I'm sure they all do different things, but I can't understand the brain waves with them. I'll explain to you in another time. But yeah, the fuck toy gorilla and
okay.
I have something better than that. I'll show you that later.
You do. I'm quite sure you would put Pee Wee Herman to shame.
No, I can't beat him. Paul, what's his real name? Paul,
Jackmaster.
What the hell's his real name? Paul, Rubens. Paul Rubens is his real name.
You're right.
Yeah, I dug that out of my ass.
I always thought it was Rubbins, but Reuben will fit.
Well, he's Rubbins. He's rubbing something, all right. Who knows what the fuck he's rubbing, but he's rubbing it. I find it very odd that him and Patrick Swayze were very close, but that's for another show. But anyway, yeah, life's a clusterfuck and things are a mess, and I don't think we'll ever change it. And tampons are in the bathroom.
Boys' restroom.
Yeah, Dennis is right. I just saw that online, and they should have condoms in there. Walter White was not a bad guy. He was a good guy. Mr. Probert, he's probably dead, but if he isn't, he probably had a hell of a good time in the Michigan educational department as he went along, fucking and banging and doing whatever the fuck he wanted to do. And my gorilla is my sex toy, and this bird is fucking completely batshit nuts. So, that being said...
I guess we're going to call it a night.
Absolutely, Mr. O'Connor.
Good night, Amadeus.
And your favorite song?
I don't suppose there's any chance, and still I build my dream romance around a star that beams so far above me.